Hi guys, welcome to another video. In this video I'll be showing you how to make a front split for your car. Doesn't matter what car you have, you can make one for it. There's not many companies out there that sell them, and the ones that do are pretty expensive. So I've set a budget of about 120 quid, just to prove to you can do it on a budget and that you can do it yourselves. Right, this is how I make my splitters. You'll notice straight away that it's not the typical T-shape. The reason for this is it just makes it easier on the guys with little experience or giving it a go for the first time. I don't want people to watch this and think, oh, that's a bit too hard, I'm not going to bother. I want you guys to give it a go, and it is really easy. Right, so I use 9mm ply. You can use thicker, just adds a little bit more weight. Doesn't matter what you choose, it still all works. It's a good idea while the bumper's on the car to figure out how far you want it to stick out or hang out. Some like it to hang out quite far, so it's quite big. Some like it nice and short and neat, and some like it flush with the bumper, just so it flattens off the bottom of the car. If you're doing it for competition use, it will state in your regulations. But whatever you choose to do, my advice is make it too big. You can always cut it down later on, and it just saves on cost, saves on materials. If you make it too short, you then got to cut it out again. So it just saves on hassle as well. I'll lay it down on a sheet of ply. Using the measurements I've taken while the bumper was on the car, you can determine where you need to lay it out. For instance, I generally make most of my splitters 45mm hanging out the edge of the bumper. So I just measure in 45mm, put a mark off, then put the edge of the bumper on it. Because I need 45mm this side, I'll measure 45mm from the bumper, mark it off, use a set square or something with a straight edge, mark off that side so you get equal there. You can either hold the bumper down using G-clamps, so it's probably a good opportunity now to put your first bolts in. So just hold it nice and tight in the corner while you do your measuring out. So to determine where your line is, for say if you want to hang out 100mm, the easiest way to do that, I found, is get a block of wood, cut it to 100mm, and then just trace around the outside of the bumper with your pencil. And then it just keeps it at 100mm all the way around. So you probably have a line probably looking something similar to like that. It's probably another good opportunity just to mark out or put in your other bolt holes or work out where they are. It's going to be different for each bumper. Bumper's going to be stronger in some points than others. I generally keep a couple of inches between mine, and I use about 10 to 14 on the bumper itself. And also, to hold it a bit stronger here, I use self-tapping bolts to go into the subframe. Just drill a little pilot hole and then they bolt on. So once you've done that, you can then take the bumper back off and then cut it out. Once you've cut it out, just get your sandpaper, smooth all the edges off, just so it looks a bit neater, and then you can paint it. You can go straight on with your paint, but plywood is a bit susceptible to weather. So I put a bit of primer on mine just to help defend it a little bit longer, and then put the colour on afterwards. I understand not everyone's going to have all these tools on the list, but I'm sure we all know someone in the trade or a neighbour's got a few tools that you could borrow. I am a favour, a couple of beers. For instance, my workbench is just a couple of pallets, so you don't have to go out and spend loads on nice gear or whatnot. In the day, it just increases your budget. So once the paint's dried, you can bolt it back to your bumper and put it on the car for your first look. If it's how you want it, brilliant, good job. If not, just trim it down, sand it off, and paint it again. It's no biggie. So once you're happy with where you want it at, you can then get your tie bars if you want to use them, and then start working out where you want them. Doesn't matter how many you use or where you want to put them, it's all down to you. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this informative and it gave some of you an inspiration to go out and try it for yourselves. I appreciate the comments and all the feedback, and also if you're struggling or didn't understand any of it, please don't hesitate to get in touch. Also, if you want me to cover anything as well, just let me know.